Namaste, everyone. Hello, I'm Noor Anand Chawla, and I welcome you very warmly to this week's episode of Artists Showcase, presented to you by ShowCase Studio. Now, we've been on a bit of a break for the last few weeks because of everything that's happening around us, but we are back in full force and hope to cheer you up, and we hope that you are all in good health. Today, of course, we have a very young, talented artist with us, Nisarg Dehukkar, and he has actually pre-recorded a few of his pieces due to network issues, and we hope that we have a very lovely and fruitful conversation with him because he is also joining us live to talk about the pieces. So before I bring him on stage, let me tell you a little bit about him. Sorry. Nisarg Dehukkar is a tabla artist from Mumbai, a senior disciple of tabla maestro Ustad Fazal Qureshi of the Punjab Gharana. He is an impaneled artist of ICCR and the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, Government of India. He's been awarded with the laureateship of the Art Parade Europe in 2021 as one of the 11 laureates in the instrumental category from across the globe among various instruments. So he has been selected student of UAIM to perform with Ustad Zakir Hussein's group for the Adi Anant Festival by NCPA in Mumbai and Chennai. Nisarg has performed across India with many senior musicians as well as young maestros in various cultural festivals. Let's welcome Nisarg. Hello Nisarg, how are you? Lovely to have you join us today.
Hi. Hello, Noorji. I'm absolutely fine, and hope all of you are fine and staying safe. I'm grateful to Artist Showcase for having me here today, and I'm really excited. Thank you so much.
And we are very excited to have you too. So please tell us a
Thank
little
you.
bit about your first piece before we begin.
Oh, my first piece. My first piece is basically it's dedicated to my Guruji Ustad Fazal Qureshi Sahab, and this is he is known for his interesting creations. So this piece is called Peshkar. Usually a tabla recital starts with Peshkar, which means to present. So this is little mathematically complex, which he has composed, and I have just tried to spontaneously work within that Peshkar, and try to also present one of his interesting kaidas, which is one of the terms used in tabla rekothayar. So this piece, let us hear that piece, Peshkar, and then a kaida by Ustad Fazal Qureshi ji.
Perfect. So I'll take us off stage and we will begin the first piece.
धार धा तिन्ना तिन्ना धार धा तिन्ना धार धा तिन्ना धार धा तिन्ना तिन्ना धार धा तिन्ना धार धा तिन्ना धार धा तिन्ना तिन्ना धार धा तिन्ना धार धा तिन्ना धार धा तिन्ना तिन्ना धार धा तिन्ना धार धा तिन्ना
That was just amazing. What energy and what beautiful rhythm. Just fantastic.
Thank
Thank
you,
you
Noor.
so
Thank you
much
so
for
much. Thank you.
that. So now I'm sure the audience would love to know a little bit about your journey. Why don't you share that with us?
My journey. I was inclined towards tabla since my childhood, and after I, completed all my graduation, I did my engineering, post graduation, and also graduation in the field of tabla. Then I actually won the scholarship of Speak Make, where I got a chance to learn with Ustad Zia Fariduddin Dagar Sahab, a Drupad maestro. So actually, I did not learn Drupad from him, but I stayed for a month and a half with him, with all his students in his Gurukul, and I got to learn some new insights about accompaniment and mostly the Drupad accompaniment. And after that, I started learning from Ustad Fazal Qureshi Sahab. In 2006, I started learning from him, and going on, the learning continues.
And what about your gharana? What gharana do you feel you belong to? Your affiliation with?
Yes, this is Punjab Gharana that I represent. This is a Gharana which is basically known for originating from Pakhawaj style of playing. So after the division, some of the after in 1947, after the division, some of the musicians they went to Pakistan and settled in there, and some portion in India that was carried forward by Ustad Allah Rakha Khan Sahab. So mostly in India, that his philosophy is followed as Punjab Gharana style of tabla playing. So I represent that style.
Wonderful. All right. So then, shall we move on to the second piece? Would you like to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, second piece is also about some of my favorite compositions by my Guruji Ustad Fazal Qureshi Sahab, and also I am trying to play a little bit uh, repertoire of Ustad Allah Khan Sahab Abbaji. Recently, we celebrated his 102nd birth anniversary. So it's a small tribute from me to Ustad Sahab. And initially, I'll play some interesting compositions by Ustad Fazal Qureshi Sahab, and then some compositions by Abbaji. So, and these compositions, as I said, are some unusual compositions. My Guruji Ustad Fazal Qureshi is known for his unusual creations, very beautiful compositions he has created and taught us. I always enjoy playing those compositions, and I want all the audiences, if there are tabla students, they can also hear these compositions, and they're very interesting compositions to learn for. So let's play that second piece.
Perfect. I'll just take us both off stage.
Yeah.
मैं जो कंपोजिशन के बारे में बात कर रहा था, तो एक गुरुजी की कंपोजिशन है, इसमें बाएं का अंदाज देखिए, ये भी मेरी फेवरेट कंपोजिशन है गुरुजी की. तिरदुन्ना तिरदगेंतड़ा धा तिकटकटकटा गे गे धा धा तिरदगदा तिरदगेंतड़ा तागे गे 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 धा तागे गे 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 धा तागे गे 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 धा तिरदुन्ना तिरदगेंतड़ा धा तिकटकटकटा गे गे धा धा तिरदगदा तिरदगेंतड़ा तागे गे 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 धा तागे गे 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 धा तागे गे 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 धा तिरदुन्ना तिरदगेंतड़ा धा तिकटकटकटा गे गे धा धा तिरदगदा तिरदगेंतड़ा तागे गे 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 धा तागे गे 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 धा तागे गे 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 धा देन्ना. परन अंक चीज और उसमें तिथे कथा गति करने के दर्जे देखिए, उसका अंदाज घडनगती घडनगती कटान तकित धा 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 गदी गिननगती गदी गिननगती तकित 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 कटान धा 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 घडनगती गिननगती कटान धा टिक टक गदी गिन 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 धा धा
Wonderful. Wah, wah, wah. Just wonderful. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
that. Okay, so we would love to know a little bit about your talim. Why don't you share some thoughts and some of your experiences?
My talim with my Guruji, as I said, I started learning from him since 2006. So, you know, uh, in the academy, Ustad Al Laraka Institute of Music, he always teaches to his students. And so I joined and started learning from him. But not only that, my talim with him has always been in different situations and different formats. So it's like sometimes it's a formal training that goes on, sitting in front of him and learning and experiencing all his creations. Or sometimes, after the academy, we are walking the streets of Bandra and at 12 at night, and talking about some bandish, talking about some gharanas, talking about some musician, talking about concerts. So this is also learning from me. I'll tell you one incident. He's such a generous guru that I forgot. And not only that, the whole world knows him as a great performer. And I know it's my fortune that I've got a guru who is an excellent performer, and he is really a great, generous guru. We had gone to a place called Chalisgarh a couple of years back in North Maharashtra to perform in a concert. And I was supposed to play with a vocalist, and Guruji was supposed to play with a flute artist. So that concert got over in the night at around 11:30 or 12, and we had a train immediately going back to Bombay at around 3 a.m. So immediately after the concert, we rushed to the station, and after reaching the station, we realized that the train is late. So we almost had around 2.5 hours. So I thought he may prefer to, take a rest or something. Uh, but at that time, around 2:30 in the night till 5:30, we were discussing music. He was talking to me about the concert that happened the earlier night. And he was talking how he started playing with great masters, and how he actually imbibed all those vibrations from all those masters, and whatever he received from them, he was sharing with me. That, see, Nisarg, these are the things that, like last night you played this thing, but now this can be also played like this, and some technical things like that. And so this is an interesting thing. So this was also a talim for me, which I never imagined that, these kinds of situations. Or, I have traveled with him a lot. So during the long journeys also, we interact with each other. We speak about music, not only music, many things, many aspects of life. You know, uh, these things are about my learning, my talim. Whatever his life is all about, whatever he speaks, whatever he does, having seen him performing with so many musicians over the years, I've accompanied him on the stage many a times, with the instrument, as well as giving a rhythm lay to the lera artist. So that the most scariest thing for me. And also, sometimes he just takes me to the stage, and like this happened in Bhopal a few years back. We were performing. It was a big group with Shridhar Parsarthi ji, Naveen Sharma, Dilshad Khan sahab, uh, Faizan was there. So he took me with him, and on the stage he certainly asked me to play a small solo and joining all those maestros. So that concert was also learning from me. So these things also form the part of the talim that I received. So I think I'm very fortunate to have received this kind of talim, which has really helped me to grow as a musician, and learning many insights about all his experiences and all the whole tradition. And ultimately growing me as a musician or as a student.
Wonderful. Of course, all of this contributes to an overall learning, and that's fantastic that you've
Yes, it
acknowledged
does.
it
It
and
does.
had the
Yeah.
experience. So, would you like to tell us a little bit about your third piece before we begin that?
My third place is a little. It's a smaller piece. I have, you know, played, I think, a few of his compositions, but in a different style. And in the end, I've tried to play a small rela, and also ending with an interesting composition by again Ustad Allah Rakha Khan Sahab, which that composition is set to teen tal, but it has got three different tals within that composition, and that composition ends with those three tals. So that is the third clip all about.
Wonderful. So, let's hear it then.
Yeah.
Wow, wonderful. What mastery. Just mind blowing. There are some
Thank
lovely
you.
comments
Thank you.
also for you in the audience, but we will share those with you later. It has been a
No
fabulous
problem.
performance. So, Nisarg,
Thank you so
before we
much.
end today's program, would you like to tell us a little bit more about your practice, maybe your future plans?
Oh, my practice basically these days, since the concerts are not happening, so I'm trying to concentrate on my riyas, because it's a good time for all the musicians to go back to the roots and reinvent themselves, everybody. And you know, I can understand in this situation it is little difficult to enjoy the practice, but since it's mandate to sit inside the house, and good time for musicians to concentrate on the practice. So I'm just trying to work on all my uh, uh, you know I'm trying to listen to my older concerts also, so I can find out that which aspect of my tabla playing needs improvement. And I'm in touch with my Guruji. I always, like yesterday we were talking on phone. I call him, shares with him the experiences, the practicing, what and how I'm practicing. So he is guiding me. What are the things that can be looked for, and what new can be created. So there are many aspects of practice can be taken into a way. So I think currently I'm just focusing on the Riyaz and
Wonderful.
trying to grow.
Good. So I urge our audience to connect with Nisarg. The details are below. How we are joined by Nandi today. I was not
Yeah,
expecting that, but I'm so glad to have you here.
thank you so much, and thank you, Nisarg. It was such a beautiful evening. It was so beautiful. What a lovely comeback to Showcase Studio, and thank you, Noor, for taking over last minute. I'm really
No
sorry, I
problem.
just had to drop off, but of course, I mean, music brings us back to life. So
Yeah.
that's a binding force. And Nisarg, I have to say, so much of Fazil Bhai was reflected in your music. Like I think I said that to you before as well. In your playing, in your pieces, in your peshkar, and your presentation skills. You can the gharana is so beautifully pronounced in your style of playing. Was
Thank
very
you.
nice. So thank you so
Thank you.
much. And of course, I mean, I know it's time up, and we've come back after a break, courtesy this horrendous COVID. But of course, now we are here to stay, and I'm going to leave that to Noor to end, because I'll end up telling you guys about the next artist, and I don't want to do that. But however, before we end, let Noor give the closing words, and then let's hear the last piece that we have planned for today.
Oh, wonderful. All right.
Okay.
Okay, everybody, thank you so much for joining us. And do tune in next week because now we are back and we plan to stay regular. And now over to Nisarg for the last piece.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Oh,
Thank
sorry.
you. Thank you.
Yeah, this
That
was
was
lovely.
amazing.
This was the perfect
Impromptu.
Tihai, the big Tihai that we wanted to end. I mean, a tabla concert doesn't end without that. So thank you so much. This was lovely. And I'm glad we went the
Thank you. Thank you,
pre-recorded
Nalia.
route. But I'm glad we
Thank you
went the
so much.
pre-recorded route. We could feel your tabla. We could hear it. Your tabla actually, like we said, the tabla speaks. And your tabla actually spoke. So thank you so much, Nisar. It was lovely having you with us today. and look forward to doing many more shows together. Nisarg's contact information is being flashed on the screen, but if anybody would like to get in touch with him, you can ping us as well, and we will directly connect you with him for classes, for shows, for concerts, for accompaniments, whatever you'd like.
Thank you to the entire team of Showcase, Artist Showcase, and thanks for having me here and giving me this opportunity to connecting with all your viewers. Thank you so much. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, and we look forward to seeing everybody next Wednesday, same time on Artist Showcase.
And keep following us on our socials, please, to stay tuned with our news. And do share this video. It is very important and helps everybody out. Thank you. Bye.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye bye, and good night.
Bye.